Black Friday at Morrisons isn't what you think it is. Those massive discounts plastered across the store, most of them are fake. The deals that look too good to be true, they usually are. I've spoken to former Morrisons employees who've worked multiple Black Friday events. They've told me about pricing tricks, fake scarcity tactics, and deals that are designed to make you spend more, not less. In the next 20 minutes, I'm going to expose 12 Black Friday tricks that Morrisons uses to separate you from your money. The psychological manipulation, the pricing games, the deliberate confusion. By the end, you'll know exactly how to spot these tricks and avoid falling for them. Number 12. Pre-inflated prices. Let's start with the most common trick. Those was £50, now £25 signs you see everywhere. They look like incredible savings, except the original price is often completely fabricated. A former pricing manager told me, we'd increase prices 2 to 3 weeks before Black Friday, then reduce them back to normal or slightly below on the day. Customers thought they were getting 50% off when they were really just paying the regular price. This is technically legal if the higher price was displayed for a minimum period, but customers don't know that. They see half price and think they're getting an incredible deal. Here's how to spot it. If you're a regular Morrisons shopper, you probably have a sense of what things normally cost. That television that's supposedly reduced from £800 to £400? Check online. Search for the model number. You'll often find it's been selling for around £400 everywhere for months. The best defense is price tracking. Use apps like Camel or Price Spy to see historical pricing. If that deal looks too good to be true, it probably is. The price was likely inflated artificially just so Morrisons could claim a massive discount. Another telltale sign is when the was price is suspiciously round. Was £100, now £49. That original price was probably never real. It was created specifically to make the discount look dramatic. I've tracked Morrisons prices for weeks leading up to Black Friday in previous years. What I found was shocking. Items that had been selling for £30 for months would suddenly jump to £60 3 weeks before Black Friday. Then on Black Friday, they'd be reduced to £35 and advertised as 50% off. You weren't getting a deal. You were paying more than the item had cost for most of the year, but the sign said 50% off, so your brain registered it as savings. The psychology behind this is well studied. When you see a high original price crossed out, you anchor to that number. The sale price looks amazing by comparison, even if it's actually higher than what the item normally costs. Number 11. Limited stock. Scarcity. You walk into Morrisons on Black Friday and see a sign, only 5 remaining. Your brain goes into panic mode. You need to grab one now before they're gone, except there's a good chance that the sign is lying. An employee told me, we'd put limited stock signs on items that we had hundreds of in the warehouse. The scarcity was completely artificial. It was designed to create urgency and make people buy without thinking. This is psychological manipulation at its finest. Scarcity triggers fear of missing out. Your rational brain shuts down. You stop comparing prices or questioning whether you actually need the item. You just buy. How do you combat this? Slow down. Ask yourself if you actually need this item. Would you buy it if there were unlimited stock? If the answer is no, walk away. You can also ask staff to check stock levels. Most won't give you exact numbers, but if they hesitate or can't give you a straight answer, that limited stock claim is probably false. Remember, if Morrisons actually had limited stock of a genuinely good deal, they wouldn't advertise it prominently. They'd want to maximize profit by getting as many people as possible to buy. Advertising scarcity is a sales tactic, not a reflection of actual inventory. The scarcity principle works because humans are hardwired to compete for limited resources. In our evolutionary past, this kept us alive. Today, retailers exploit it to make you buy things you don't need. Number 10. Doorbuster decoys. Doorbusters are those incredible deals advertised heavily before Black Friday. 50-inch television for £199. Premium coffee machine for £20. They're designed to get you through the door. Here's the trick. Morrisons stocks maybe 10 or 20 units of these doorbusters. They know they'll sell out in minutes, but they've got you in the store. And now you're surrounded by hundreds of other deals that aren't actually deals at all. A former store manager explained, the doorbusters were loss leaders. We'd lose money on them, but we'd make it back 10 times over from all the other purchases people made once they were in the store. The doorbuster was just bait. This is why you see people queuing outside Morrisons at 5 in the morning on Black Friday. They're chasing doorbusters that only a handful of people will actually get. Everyone else ends up buying regular priced items or mediocre deals just to justify waking up early. The solution? Don't chase doorbusters unless you're absolutely certain you'll be one of the first people through the door. And if you do get in early and the doorbuster is sold out, leave. Don't let Morrisons trick you into buying other things just because you're already there. That's called the sunk cost fallacy. You've invested time and effort getting to the store early, so your brain tells you that you need to buy something to make it worthwhile. Resist this. Your time is valuable, but wasting money is worse than wasting time. Number 9. Confusing multi-buy offers. Black Friday at Morrisons is full of multi-buy offers. 3 for 2. Buy one, get one half price. Buy two, save £5. They look like great deals, but they're designed to confuse you and make you buy more than you need. Here's the trick. These offers are structured, so it's difficult to quickly calculate if you're actually saving money. You're standing in a crowded store, stressed, trying to do mental math. Most people just assume the offer is good and throw items in their basket. An employee told me the 3 for 2 deals were rarely on items people actually wanted 3 of. We'd bundle slow-moving stock with popular items. People would buy 3 just to get the deal, then the extra items would sit unused. The real question you need to ask is, would I buy this quantity at this price if there were no deal? If you only need 1, but the deal requires you to buy 3, you're not saving money, you're spending more. I've seen people buy 6 jars of pasta sauce because there's a 3 for 2 deal. They only needed 2 jars, but their brain calculated that they were getting 2 jars free, so it felt like a good deal. Except now they've spent money on 4 jars they didn't need. Calculate the unit price. Work out the cost per item, per kilogram, or per litre. Compare it to the normal shelf price. You'll often find the multi-buy deal is barely cheaper than buying the quantity you actually need at the regular price. Number 8. Black Friday exclusive products. Morrisons advertises Black Friday exclusive products. Special versions of popular items are made just for Black Friday. They sound premium and limited edition. But here's what employees have told me. These exclusive products are often lower quality than the regular versions. Manufacturers create special models specifically for Black Friday with cheaper components, fewer features, or smaller sizes. They look similar to the regular product, but they're not the same. A warehouse worker said, "We'd get televisions labeled as Black Friday exclusives. They had the same brand name as the premium models, but different model numbers. They were made with cheaper panels, fewer HDMI ports, and lower brightness. Customers thought they were getting the expensive model at a discount." This happens with electronics, appliances, and even food items. That exclusive selection box of chocolates might have fewer pieces or lower quality chocolate than the regular range. How do you spot this? Check the model number. If you can't find it listed anywhere online before Black Friday, it's probably a Black Friday special made with cheaper components. Compare specifications carefully. Count the features. Check the weight or volume. Number 7. Fake urgency. Countdown timers. You'll see countdown timers everywhere during Black Friday at Morrisons. Deal ends in 2 hours. Only 43 minutes remaining. These timers create panic. They force you to make quick decisions. But here's the secret. Those timers often reset. The deal that was supposedly ending in 2 hours, it's still running tomorrow. Or it gets replaced with an identical deal. An employee told me the countdown timers were largely meaningless. We'd run the same deals for days, but present them as limited time offers. The timer was just there to stop people from taking time to think. This is deliberate psychological manipulation. When you think time is running out, your brain releases stress hormones. You stop thinking rationally. You buy things you wouldn't normally buy just to avoid missing out. The defense is simple. Ignore the timers. If you're not sure whether you need something, walk away. Come back in an hour or the next day. If the deal is genuinely good, it'll either still be there or Morrisons will run it again. And if it's not there anymore, you probably didn't need it anyway. Real value doesn't require artificial urgency to be worthwhile. I tested this last year. I watched a deal with a countdown timer saying ends in 3 hours. I came back the next day. Same deal, same discount, new timer saying ends in 3 hours. The urgency was completely fabricated. Number 6. Minimum spend requirements. Morrisons loves to advertise deals like spend £50, get £10 off during Black Friday. This sounds great until you realize it's designed to make you spend more than you planned. Let's say your shopping comes to £38. That £10 discount is tempting, so you throw in another £12 worth of items you don't really need just to hit the £50 threshold and get the discount. But here's the math. You spent £50 to save £10. You're actually £40 out of pocket. If you just bought what you needed for £38, you'd have been better off. A former employee said the minimum spend promotions were incredibly effective. People would literally walk around the store looking for things to add to their baskets just to qualify for the discount. They were spending more to save money, which is obviously backwards. The key is to only take advantage of minimum spend offers if you are already going to spend that amount on things you actually need. Don't add unnecessary items just to reach a threshold. Do the math clearly. Calculate what you're actually spending versus saving. You'll often find you're better off not qualifying for the discount at all. Here's how insidious this is. Morrisons deliberately sets the threshold just above what the average customer spends. If most people spend £45, they'll set the threshold at £50. This maximizes the number of people who feel compelled to add extra items. If you're finding this valuable, hit that subscribe button now. The next 6 tricks are even more manipulative, and they're the ones most people fall for. Number 5. Strategic product placement. Walk into Morrisons on Black Friday and you'll notice something. The best deals, the doorbusters, the items advertised in their promotions, they're at the back of the store. You have to walk past hundreds of other products to reach them. This isn't accidental. It's a deliberate store design. An employee told me, "We placed the Black Friday deal items as far from the entrance as possible." That meant customers had to walk through the entire store. The longer they spent walking, the more impulse purchases they'd make along the way. But it gets worse. The path to the back of the store is lined with non-discounted items at full price. These are placed at eye level. The actual deals are on the bottom shelves or in the corners. Premium products are positioned right next to Black Friday deals to create comparison bias. You see a television on sale for £300 right next to a similar model for £800. The expensive one isn't on sale, but its presence makes the £300 option look like an incredible bargain, even if it's still overpriced. The solution? Make a list before you go. Stick to that list. Walk directly to the items you need. Don't browse. Don't get distracted by displays or end caps. Every additional minute you spend in the store is money out of your pocket. Morrisons also uses something called decompression zones at the entrance. This is the first few meters of the store where your brain adjusts to the environment. They deliberately put high-margin, non-discounted items in this zone because shoppers aren't fully alert yet and are more susceptible to impulse purchases. The entire store layout is engineered based on eye-tracking studies and behavioral psychology. They know exactly where your eyes go, how you move through space, and what triggers buying decisions. Every aspect is optimized to extract maximum spending from you. Number 4. Bundled value packs. Morrisons creates special Black Friday bundles. Television with a soundbar, laptop with mouse and bag, kitchen appliance with accessories. These bundles always claim to offer better value than buying items separately. But here's what employees have revealed. Those bundles often include the lowest quality accessories. The soundbar is bottom tier. The laptop bag is cheap. The kitchen accessories are items that were sitting in the warehouse because nobody wanted them. A former manager said, "We'd bundle premium items that people actually wanted with clearance stock that wasn't selling. The customer thought they were getting a package deal, but really, they were being forced to buy our waste inventory. You're also paying more than you think. Yes, the bundle might be cheaper than buying everything separately at Morrisons, but the accessories are often available elsewhere for much less, or you don't need them at all. That £50 value bundle of kitchen tools that comes with your mixer. You can buy better quality versions of the tools you'll actually use for £20 elsewhere. You don't need all 10 items in the pack. Before buying a bundle, price out each item individually. Check if you actually need all the components. Often, you're better off buying just the main item and skipping the bundle entirely. Number 3. Credit card and finance traps. Morrisons heavily promotes its store credit card during Black Friday. Sign up for a Morrisons More card and get an extra 10% off. Use their finance option for purchases over £200 with 0% interest for 6 months. This sounds convenient, but it's a trap. The extra discount is designed to make you spend more. Studies show that people spend up to 30% more when using credit compared to cash. You've also now given Morrisons access to all your purchasing data, which they'll use for targeted marketing. The finance option is worse. 0% for 6 months sounds great, but read the fine print. If you don't pay off the full balance within those 6 months, you get hit with backdated interest at rates often exceeding 20% APR. An employee told me, "We were trained to push the finance option hard during Black Friday. Management knew that a significant percentage of customers wouldn't pay off the balance in time. Those interest charges were incredibly profitable." People also spend more when they're using finance because the purchase doesn't feel real. You're not handing over cash, you're just signing a form. Your brain doesn't register the expense the same way. If you can't afford to pay cash for something, you can't afford it. That's the rule. Don't let Morrisons manipulate you into debt just to buy a television you don't need. Here's how the math works against you. You buy a £500 television on the 6-month 0% finance. You pay £50 per month for 4 months, then miss a payment or can't pay the full remaining balance. Suddenly, you owe the original 500 plus 6 months of backdated interest at 21% APR. That's an extra £63 in interest on top of the remaining balance. Your deal television now costs you £563, plus you're in debt with high interest rates going forward. Morrisons makes massive profits from these financing arrangements. They partner with finance companies that specialize in high-interest consumer debt. The store gets a commission on every finance agreement, and the finance company makes money from customers who miss payments. That's just cruel. Number 2. Loyalty point multipliers. During Black Friday, Morrisons offers enhanced loyalty points. Spend £50, get triple points. This sounds like a bonus on top of your shopping, but it's designed to make you spend more. Here's the reality. Morrisons. More points are worth roughly 1 penny each. Triple points means you're getting 3 pennies per pound instead of 1 penny. That's an extra 2% back. It's almost nothing, but the psychological impact is huge. People see triple points, and it feels significant. They spend more to maximize their points, not realizing they're chasing a 2% return by spending money they wouldn't have spent otherwise. An employee explained, "The points multipliers were brilliant for Morrisons. Customers would buy things they didn't need just to maximize points. They were spending £100 to earn an extra £2 in points. The math made no sense." Let's be clear. If you're buying things you already need and you get extra points, that's fine. But don't let points dictate your purchases. Don't buy unnecessary items just to earn more points. Plus, the points system also has expiration dates that aren't heavily advertised. Many customers accumulate points, thinking they're building up savings, only to find their points have expired before they can use them. This is pure profit for Morrisons. Number 1. The Black Friday week extension. And here we are, the biggest trick Morrisons pulls. Black Friday isn't just one day anymore, it's Black Friday week, or Black Friday fortnight. This extended period is deliberately designed to maximize spending. Here's why this is so manipulative. When Black Friday was one day, you could plan. You knew exactly when to shop, what to buy, and when deals would end. Now, deals trickle out over 2 weeks. You feel pressure to keep checking back, keep shopping, keep looking for the next deal. This is called variable reward scheduling. It's the same psychological principle that makes gambling addictive. You don't know when the next good deal will appear, so you keep coming back to check. Each visit is another opportunity for Morrisons to get you to spend money. A former manager told me, the extended Black Friday period was a goldmine. People would come back multiple times, thinking they'd missed deals or that better deals were coming. Each visit meant more impulse purchases, more basket additions, more spending. Morrisons also staggers their best deals throughout the period. Monday might have electronics, Wednesday might have home goods, Friday might have toys. This forces you to either visit multiple times or risk missing out. But here's the truth. The best deals typically happen on Black Friday itself. The extended period is mostly filled with mediocre discounts on items that weren't selling at full price anyway. The strategy should be clear. Decide what you actually need before Black Friday starts. Check prices on Black Friday itself. Buy what you need if the deal is genuinely good. Then stop. Don't keep going back. Don't keep checking. Don't let Morrisons keep you engaged for 2 weeks. Every additional interaction with Morrisons is another opportunity for them to manipulate you into spending money. The best defense is to disengage entirely once you've made your planned purchases. Here's what you need to know. Most Black Friday deals at Morrisons aren't deals at all. They're psychological manipulation designed to make you spend more money on things you don't need. The real way to win Black Friday is to buy only what you actually need, when you actually need it, at a price you've verified is genuinely discounted. Everything else is noise. Have you fallen for any of these tricks before? Share your Black Friday horror stories in the comments. And if this saved you from making expensive mistakes, share it with everyone you know. They need this information before Black Friday hits.